It's me, Yasmin Young, with an exclusive interview. Superman has flown into the building. Good morning, Cam.
How you doing, Miss Yasmin?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
What do I have to complain for?
Absolutely.
Here with the presence of yours truly. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
I'm feeling the energy,
Thank
the
you.
vibe is right. You know, I'm excited to be here.
Well, how's your family? Pops, Jackie. Pops is always awesome to see.
Really, my parents, they don't have too much to complain about either because they are celebrating 30
years.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
The daddy.
Wow. So, what did you get them?
See, that's the thing, man. I'm
Still trying to figure it out.
Tricks. I'm digging down.
Yeah,
down
that's
there, trying to see.
30 is difficult because that's a long
get,
time.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, for me to have those type of people, or not just any other people, my parents to be together for so long, and for them to be so influential in my life, it's been great. And hopefully, I can get them a small token, a token of my appreciation.
Right. Yeah, and I know that they've been influential, but that's amazing. Congratulations, Sim. 30 years is a very long time. So you celebrated a birthday about a month ago.
About a month ago.
What did you do for your birthday?
Well, I was actually here in Charlotte for my birthday. We had OTAs, but I had for the weekend I took a couple of family members, close friends and loved ones. We went out the country and celebrated for what we could do. But I was celebrating for so much, not only for my birthday. I just recently graduated.
Right.
So
Congratulations
that was
on
kind
that.
of a graduation gift to myself, and it was all worth it.
And, we all saw the accident that you had.
Right.
After coming out from that, relatively unharmed, did that change your perspective on life or anything? A lot of times when people have an accident like that, something clicks and, something changes in them. Did that happen for you?
I don't know if anything clicked because, I've always had, or let me say, I wasn't really out there from the jump or was, doing anything that I wasn't supposed to be doing. If anything, it just made me appreciate life as a whole. The only thing I kept thinking about, when I was in the hospital is that, I'm unscathed, I'm unharmed, and I thank God for that, but I didn't get the opportunity to tell my mom I love her.
Right.
I didn't get the opportunity to tell my homeboys or, my teammates that, all right, bro, I'm going to do this and do that. And that's how life is. You never know when something traumatizing is going to happen, nor are you going to understand when great things are going to happen. So, for me, it was just taking life for what it's worth and appreciating each and every moment, taking the good with the bad, and being optimistic through it all.
Well, let's talk about the big event, the Kick It with Cam celebrity kickball game that is going on tomorrow, or actually going on today, Friday. And why did you choose kickball of all the different sports?
Well, kickball is a game that we've all been playing since we was knee high. I can remember times playing at recess and looking forward to, playing kickball and everybody. It was kind of like a unisex game.
Right.
The females could play just as good as the females. I didn't want it to be dominated by male or females. When you have bowling tournaments, when you have golf tournaments, even baseball, so to speak, I think that the females get overlooked. But I just wanted to have something that's fun, that's energetic, and that, the fans who come out and watch it, they can be amused to see as well.
Kick It with Cam celebrity kickball tournament is happening today, and it's amazing to me. The price was $5 to get in, but you put your foot down. You said, "Nah, I want everybody to be able to get in for free."
It's free 99. free.
Well, it's not like you were charging and it was going to go into your pocket. It was going to go to your foundation,
Absolutely.
which is doing great things.
It's not even about that. Needless to say, God has blessed me, with a lot of things in life. And I just wanted to show my appreciation to Charlotte, and this is nothing that I'm supposed to do. This is nothing that, Charlotte made me do. It's just something that I wanted to do.
Right.
It's like, well, I really just want to bring the whole city out just to support. I do understand, it comes a price with everything, but yet, the turnout that I'm envisioning for this whole Kick It with Cam event to have is just love and appreciation from everywhere. We're going to have athletes from all over.
I saw that list. That's
yes,
a pretty amazing list.
When you come out, I just want everybody to just, eat, be merry, and be happy about the outcome of the night.
So Queen City, you are invited to come out now. It is first come, first serve as far as the tickets go. So they're absolutely free. 3 o'clock at the Knights box office today if you want to witness history in the making and watch some of these celebrities as well as some people from right here in the QC playing kickball of all things. So let's talk a little bit about your foundation. Why is it so important for you to raise this money and to work with the youth?
Oh, it's extremely important for me because it was instilled in me at a young age to always lend a helping hand to the needy and always make yourself accessible to another person. And no matter whether that person is already able to do the things or not. My parents have always, put into me that giving the price of giving back is priceless. For a person to see you picking up trash, for a person to see you, taking time out of your busy day or your day to do something that you really don't have to do, goes a long way in people's books. So, whether it's, this Kick It With Cam event, whether it's the Kids Rock Gala that's on Saturday, whether it's, the Thanksgiving Jam,
which I've had the pleasure of hosting.
Whether it's Christmas with Cam, or whether it's, you're one of my all-star participants in the 7-on-7 tournament that I have. It's all, coming from a great place that I just want to, do my part in trying to change the world and make the world a better place.
And shouts out real quick to Kim, who's your foundation director. She puts in a lot of work, as well as your family, because your family always shows up and shows out at your different charity events. So, I want to say hats off to you because, it's not something that you have to do. There's a lot of different celebrities, players that don't give back, and it's their choice. But, I commend you for choosing to do that.
Absolutely. But, with something that's put on for this magnitude, I couldn't do this by myself. I realize that, I understand that. And special thanks goes to, people like Ken Bill, people like Shane Collins and my father, as well as my parents, and even the volunteers that most of the time or some of the time, I really don't even have the time to see what they're actually doing.
Right.
But, I give Kim a look like, Kim, what in the world am I walking into? Is it right? Yeah, Kim, you're supposed to do this and do that. And she never fails. It's a standard that we have set, for the foundation, and I wanted to continuously to grow each and every year. This is not just a one-time thing. This kickball tournament, this gala, is something that I want to continuously to have is in the Charlotte community for years to come.
Well, I know you're a role model to so many young people. Who was or is your role model? I know your pops is, but anybody else, any players that you look up to that, you say, I really like that guy?
Well, I say this, and I've been, I don't want to, keep throwing it in your face or just, reiterating what's already understood, but, I consider myself one of the luckiest persons to ever walk this earth because of the people who come into my life. The way God has changed my life, from a guy from Atlanta, Georgia, to manifest into who I am today. And I have people who, tell me things, or people to, enlighten me on things that makes me better, from my parents to even, good friends of mine, or, it could even be a guy like Michael Jordan, that I will always value his words and wisdom, or, I really appreciate the people like him, as well as like a Ray Lewis, or even people on my team, from a Coach Rivera. I can never thank Coach Shula enough. And this is the things that people would never know.
Right.
what's said, you know, from guys that's on my team, Ryan Khalil, Thomas Davis, you know, Luke Kuechly, how they inspire me on a day-to-day basis, Benji, you know, Joe Webb, Derek Anderson, these guys, and I can't, the list goes on. And, you know, for me, I never want to get to a point in my life where I feel like I'm the alpha, meaning that nobody can tell me anything. I was reading a book, and, you know, you always have to have the open mentality to want to learn. And most of 80% of what we all learn is learning from somebody else. Mm-hmm. And when you realize that and you understand that, you know, the better off you'll be.
Absolutely. I'm not going to hold you up too much longer, but I know you like to turn up. So what are you listening to right now? What do you have on your iPod, on your phone that you turn up to?
Wow. Well, first off, we got to get the spiritual end. You know, Marvin Sapp just came out with a new CD. I'm big with Ty Tribbett, a person who's turning up in the gospel. Kirk Franklin is a classic. But, you know, when the weekend is coming, you know, ASAP Rocky just came out with an album. And I will be remorse if I even mention, you know, if you're listening to this, you're already late. That's an iconic CD that Drake has blessed everybody with. And I'm just sitting back and waiting for the Carter 5. I don't even know. Is it Carter 5? Carter
we
6?
don't know.
I think Young Thug messed everything up. But, you know, I'm just a fan of great music. Because at the end of the day, you know, we all have an artistic mind. Whether it's being painted, whether it's being said, whether it's being, you know, spoken in raps, rhymes, or songs, it doesn't make me any difference. I'm a fan of it, and I consume so much of it that it makes my day half the time. So.
Well, thank you, Cam. Looking forward to today, 3 o'clock, Knight Stadium. If you want to join us for the Kick It With Cam Celebrity Kickball Tournament, listen, I cannot stress this enough. It is on a first-come, first-served basis. The tickets are absolutely free, thanks to Cam, but you have to have a ticket. Yes. So I'm sure that this line is going to be all around the block. People are going to be taking PTO, talking about, I'm going out to lunch, and they never come back. Don't get fired. Well, I want you to be there, but don't get fired.
Listen, man. You know, for people who know me, for people who think they know me, for people who want to know me, one thing you must know about me is I'm all about the turn up. I'm all about having a good time, and I'm all about, you know, being around great people and making the most of any situation. And this, you know, is for a good cause. And I'm expecting to see so many pretty faces, great people out tonight.
Awesome. So make sure you join us. It's me, Yasmin Young, right here on Charlotte's #1 for Blazing Hip Hop and R&B, Power 98. Bam.